Here we go again. Now, Michigan Police Department that has taken action against a guy who is 57 years old by the name of Floyd Dent, who appears to have done almost nothing wrong. He'd been working for Ford for 37 years in the state of Michigan. No criminal record, no nothing, okay? What did he do? He did grave crime of going past a stop sign when the cops lit their, sirens on, and he got a little, dazed by that. He didn't go for long. He just ran a little bit of a stop sign and then pulled over. He didn't speed up. He wasn't trying to get away. And by the way, later a judge agreed with him that that was the case and dismissed charges. I'll tell you about that in a second. But first, I want you to watch the video. And again, this is fairly horrific, and there's going to be a lot of damage done to him. But notice the beginning when they start pounding on him immediately. Watch this. All right, so the cops see him. They point the gun immediately. He's getting out of the car. And go, boom, immediately, chokehold. And Dent says, I was trying to get out of the chokehold, and then they punch him in the head 16 times. And they said he was resisting arrest because he was putting his hands up. Yeah, that's because you were choking him and punching him in the head. Look at the state that he's in. And if that wasn't enough, they used a stun gun on him 3 different times, in the legs and in the stomach. 10 cops showed up. According to Dent's lawyer, all 10 are white. They pound the living crap out of him immediately, okay? Now, let me tell you more about the case. After a judge saw the video, the charges of resisting arrest and assault were immediately thrown out. Dent still faces drug possession charges. Why? Because they claimed that they found crack cocaine in the car. Hold. I'm going to tell you more about that in a second. First of all, I saw the whole video, man. The guy's driving in a perfectly nice car. They say, oh, well, he was in an area where there might be drugs. He's near Detroit. The whole area might have drugs. Yes, we understand that. It's the flimsiest excuse in the world. They turn on the sirens, and he goes for another 5-10 seconds before he pulls over, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And then you saw the video pick up right there. He stops, he opens his door like, hey, what's going on? Boom, and they're on him. Because assume guilt instantly, right? Look, the judge saw all the video and all the evidence and immediately threw out the charges. Now, we'll get to the drugs right now. He says, Dent says the bag of cocaine the officers claimed they found was planted, and according to his attorney, there's unreleased video which shows the officers planting the drugs. The officer who repeatedly punched Dent was charged by the U.S. Attorney's Office for planting evidence and falsifying reports in 2003. Now, he was found not guilty in that case, but you might think, like, really? They're going to plant evidence? I mean, he was charged with this before. He wouldn't do it again, would he? What are you talking about? He got away with it. He got caught that one time, gets away with it. Imagine how many times he did it between now and 2003. How many times he did it before 2003. So, yeah, I know, you got to convict him in court before you can say definitively that he did it. But I would be shocked that the guy who drags this guy out for no reason and pounds the living hell out of him, who has been in the past accused of planting crack cocaine. Apparently there's video of him planting the cocaine in this case. You're going to be surprised to find out that he planted cocaine? Well, look, they didn't want to take any chances. Dent goes to the hospital immediately, partly because he's got to go to the hospital. You see what they did to him. And he says, hey, can you please test me for drugs? Because he doesn't have any drugs on him. He didn't take any drugs. They made that part up. And, of course, the tests come through. No drugs whatsoever in his system. Now, more excuse from the cops. They say the officer who had Dent in a chokehold says that Dent bit him, but he did not seek medical attention or photograph his alleged injury. First of all, he should have bitten him. The guy put him in a chokehold. What would you have done to get out of the chokehold? I don't know what I would have done, but I would have had no problems trying to bite him to get out of it, right? But second of all, it appears that's also made up because there's no pictures. And believe me, if the cop got actual injured and this immediately becomes a case, they would have taken picture after picture of his so-called injury. Look, you can judge for yourself, man. The video is plain as day. And the cops afterwards claimed, oh, he said he was going to kill us. You're the one with the guns. There's 10 of you, 1 of him. What the hell are you talking about? And, you know, they have mics on them. Oh, golly gee, the mics weren't working, so we have no audio of him saying the things that we allege. Another wonderful coincidence for the cops. So this looks really bad. It is really bad. It's yet another case in America where cops go after an unarmed black guy viciously. Now, I'm glad there's these cameras now, because in the past, African Americans would have said it, and a lot of people in the country would have been like, oh, sure. Why would the cops do that? Oh, out of nowhere, for no reason. Why would the cops do that? No, the cops are here to protect us. They always treat me nice, so they must treat you nice. It's probably your fault. No, now you see the video. This is what they've been dealing with for decades. And Dent had it right at the end. He said, look, on the upside, quote, I'm lucky to be living. And boy, ain't that the truth. I mean, these cases have become so common, at least our being aware of them has become common because of the videos coming out now. And you've seen so many people who are unarmed being shot that when you have a horrific story like this, at the end you go, at least he's still alive. That's the state of America right now.